If you haven't noticed already, Himawari basically been the main character of Two Blue Vortex since the ending of chapter 8. We learned so many new things about her and her new hidden power. Through the last 3 or so chapters, she continuously executed new feats and abilities that far exceeded many people's expectations, including mine. There's no mistake that she's shown the most growth out of everyone in the story ever since Two Blue Vortex started. Through many statements from not only KURAMA, but also JURA, we got a pretty vague idea of how strong she could potentially be in the near future as well. So in this video, we're not only going to try and dissect just how powerful Himawari is right now, but how powerful she can hope to be later on now that she's the new host for the Ninetales. So before we get started, I would like to ask if you would take the time out of your day to leave a like, as it helps the video extremely in the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe if you enjoy content like this. And without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. So it's no secret that Kishimoto wanted to implement Himawari into the story as a fighter, because she most likely will have a huge role to play in the upcoming events of Two Blue Vortex. She wished to get stronger to be of help to Boruto. That's probably why she's been so close to Team 10, not only to gain some experience as a shinobi, but to get the help she needs to become stronger as well. Right off the back, you can see even though she may or may not be affected by omnipotence, she holds no ill will towards Boruto. I definitely think she is affected by omnipotence, but remember, she's been closer to Boruto and Kawaki more than anyone else, so she knows the real them, and it's to a certain point to where she just wouldn't blindly believe anything from what other people say. So she's more suspicious of the situation than anything. She just doesn't believe a person who protected her and Naruto would try to do such a thing. There's also this page right here where Himawari says that she has a feeling that Naruto is alive somewhere. No matter how you interpret this statement, it just goes to show how differently she thinks about the situation compared to everyone else. It's already been foreshadowed that Himawari will be implemented more in the story ever since part 1. When you have a character as strong as Damon shocked at the power you're housing inside of you, then you know you have some insane potential. It was already set up that she would be a force to be reckoned with soon to come. But just how much of a force? Many chapters later, it would be revealed that this hidden power inside Himawari is indeed the new revived Ninetales like many people thought. Immediately after Kurama and Himawari met each other, he went on to tell her that her along with himself now act as a single body and soul. Their life is now intertwined with each other. And if their bodies now act as one single entity, then I went ahead and assumed the same goes for their chakra as well. I mentioned this in other videos, but for those that didn't hear me explain it, there's a possibility that Himawari doesn't have normal chakra like everyone else. Many times throughout the story, it's been hinted at the flow of her chakra isn't normal, usually compared to that of a BIJUU. Usually I wouldn't look too deep into this, because this logic could be applicable to any Jinchuriki, because apart from their chakra, they also carry the chakra of their own tailed beast. But Himawari's case is slightly different. In fact, I wouldn't even call her a Jinchuriki at all, mainly because Kurama wasn't sealed into her, nor did she absorb him into her body. Kurama naturally revived himself inside of her. Nobody knows how long it will take or where it will take place, but as long as there is a sliver of any tail beast chakra somewhere other than the main body, it's possible for that tail beast to revive itself. And coincidentally or not, this chakra was inside of Himawari. The specific reason for this wasn't specified, but honestly, it really doesn't need to be. We know if anyone could inherit Kurama and it not be considered a quote-unquote asshole, it's definitely Himawari, being she's Naruto's daughter, as well as having Uzumaki and Hyuga blood running in her veins. And don't forget the 6 paths chakra she inherited from her father as well. One of these, or all of them, could play a small factor of her inheriting this power. But what we know for sure, the mixture of Kurama's chakra with her own must have done something to her ever since she was little. It's very likely her and Kurama's chakra fused together to create a different type of chakra. A type of hybrid chakra yet to be seen by anyone. And this phenomena can only occur when 2 highly compatible chakras meet in a single vessel. That's why Kurama said that he can sense that her chakra has a very high affinity to his own, surpassing any of her predecessors, including Naruto. So she's already considered an anomaly because she has the power of a tailed beast, but isn't considered a Jinchuriki because it wasn't sealed into her, nor can Kurama be extracted from her because they share the same body and soul. And because of this, she has a better connection to her tailed beast than anyone else that came before her. And from the most recent chapters, we see how this affected her ability to tap into Kurama's power. But before I go on, I'm gonna go ahead and say none of this will be possible without Naruto. Not just because he's Himawari's father or anything, but because of the relationship he built with Kurama and the rest of the BIJUU. He's the very reason the BIJUU aren't hostile towards humans anymore, making it much easier for Kurama to cooperate and fight together with Himawari. It may also be one of the reasons why it appears she can access more of Kurama's chakra with much less effort than someone like Naruto. You see, when she entered her Nine-Tails form, you can instantly see she has way more control over herself and her power. Just look at from when she saved Inujin from dying, using the Nine-Tails chakra to heal someone other than yourself. As far as I can remember, this is something we haven't seen Naruto start doing until the climax of the war arc. And to be fair, this is just after he recently learned how to control the Nine-Tails chakra to a completely higher level than before. But it just further looks better on Himawari's part because she was able to do something like this as soon as her first link with Kurama. Her physical capabilities is no joke either, and I don't think many people understand. She's constantly pulling out feats that wasn't possible for Naruto until he manifested 4 tails. A prime example of this is her firing BIJUU bombs. If we scale Himawari similar to Naruto when they was in the same state, then creating BIJUU bombs should literally be impossible for her. So this is a clear sign that even though she only appears to be in the QB influence / rage mode, she's levels upon levels stronger than Naruto was at that same stage. I'd say from her insane physical capabilities and ability to fire BIJUU bombs, she's manifested the same amount or around the same amount of power as 4 Tails Naruto. And it's all because of the factors I mentioned earlier. Naruto's relationship with the BIJUU, as well as Himawari's compatibility with Kurama. This will make it way easier for Himawari to reach peak Nine-Tails power. Let's say the Nine-Tails peak for right now is BARYON mode. Himawari would be able to reach this peak and with much less effort. If you want to hear me go further in depth about a hypothetical BARYON mode for Himawari and what that could mean for the story moving forward, then check out the video in the top right corner. From Himawari's rapid advancement with the Nine-Tails power, we can tell she can go as far as to reach KCM levels as soon as her 3rd or maybe 4th link with Kurama. Even JURA was fascinated by her rapid growth in power. He even went as far as to go all out to see if he could possibly push her further. It just goes to show how powerful JURA is, because even with Himawari's new power, he still made her look incompetent. She didn't even land another hit throughout the rest of the fight when JURA decided to take her somewhat serious. And I would argue he didn't really go all out against her. Like he said, he just released a little bit of his true power, just to see how strong he really is as well. And it's hard to showcase everything you're capable of against a foe you're just that much stronger than. Despite Himawari losing her first fight utilizing the Nine-Tails power, you can see her power already is almost that of a BIJUU. JURA went ahead and said that she has astounding healing power, more than any human or Jinchuriki. And it's most likely because she's closer to a human BIJUU than any of those two when talking about her inhumane power. Now, something that I've been wondering is how many ways can she utilize this power? I went over her potential as far as reaching KCM level and how long that would take, or even BARYON mode, which probably won't be obtainable until she undergoes a certain amount of synergy or training with Kurama. But I haven't went over how she can use this power along something like her Byakugan. This is the first time a person with a dojutsu has the power of the Nine-Tails. So you have to admit, it's a bit interesting of how that will affect her Byakugan if she was to have both active simultaneously. I mean, off the fact alone that she has insane amounts of chakra reserves, she can keep her Byakugan active for a very long time without getting tired, which does give her a major advantage in battle. It's like if Sasuke was able to continuously utilize the power of all the BIJUU. He'd just be way too strong, completely broken, spamming Rinnegan powers and his MS abilities. And the range of her Byakugan would of course increase as well. If Kaguya was able to cover much of the globe with her Byakugan, then Himawari having full access to most of, if not all of the Nine-Tails chakra along with Hagoromo and Hamura's chakra inside of her, then her Byakugan should have the potential to become more or less comparable to that as well. So as you can see, her having the power of the Nine-Tails doesn't only have a direct connection to her physical capabilities and jutsu, but it also amps her overall capabilities as well. I believe she's on the path to become near the top of the verse. Of course, if everything goes good for her. She can obtain levels of power similar to BARYON mode Naruto, without her or Kurama dying from chakra exhaustion. And with that power, she'll be able to accomplish her goals of helping Boruto against the threats of the world like the SHINJU or the Otsutsuki. So like always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you feel if Himawari will be stronger than what I said, or maybe you don't think she'll surpass Naruto at all. Let me know what you think along with why you feel that way in the comment section below. Let's spark up a new conversation about it. But anyway, if you like this video and want to see more in the future, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you get notified whenever I upload or go live for chapter spoilers. And until my next video, I'm out. Peace.